Look, I have to fart. How many are in you? A buttload of farts. The most powerful fart in the world. I don't believe you. Don't look at me like that.
The Rings of Power Episode 2 makes the writing in Episode 1 look like Season 1. With great dialogue like this,
If we move swiftly, we may be able to crush 2 spiders with 1 boot.
Judge the work, and leave judgment concerning those who wrought it to the judge who sees all things.
Sauron used me, and under his hand I was played like a harp to a melody not of my choosing.
Stubborn as a root-bound parsnip.
Rings of Power Season 2 is going to win every award ever given out in human existence. And yes, before you ask, I'm including the Medal of Honor. That's how damn good this show really is. It starts off exactly where you would want a show to start, inside a mountain with Oprah shopping for mushrooms.
You're the one said we'd be wise to tighten our purse strings. Or were you not including yourself when you said that?
People want to escape the problems of real life and be entertained by a show that reminds them that they can't afford food themselves, especially when these characters look like they never skipped a meal in their life. Later, Oprah's tummy rumbles, and she warns everyone around her to
Brace yourself.
The people behind her don't listen, so now they have to deal with the consequences.
I said brace yourselves!
Remember, she previously said this.
A mountain's like a person. Sing to it properly. It will reflect your song back to you.
She rips ass so hard, it collapses the mountain.
No.
And now everyone is starving to death. If you're asking, why don't the dwarves who have access to gold trade it for food until they get this whole light situation fixed, maybe you should be pondering why you're even thinking at this point. You are the one who pressed play on the Rings of Power after all.
You were talking about yourself, weren't you?
Later, Dwarfra and some of the ladies from The View decide to help the best way they know how, by singing to their target audience a bunch of rocks. But just like a woman, Dwarfra can't be accountable for her own actions and blames the king instead.
No wonder we can't hear the mountain. Its king is deaf to the sorrow of his own son.
We catch up to her husband Gwildor.
I am Gwildor of Thenor.
Who's a rich kid that's never worked a day in his life.
Growing blisters, I see. No shame in it. Even I've had them.
Oh, you have? Huh. When I was 5.
Because they're all starving now, he threatens to eat his co-workers.
Lay a finger on me again. I'll bite it off at the knuckle.
And just when you think you're going to get an action scene filled with dwarf cannibalism, turns out Gwildor is a bitch. And the scene cuts to Dwarfra cannibalizing her plate instead.
It is last year's bread.
Not done blaming men for her rock tile dysfunction, she blames Gwildor.
Throw Elrond out to rot. We'd have food enough for 500 years.
You think this is about food?
When is it not about food with you? We then catch up with horny Galadriel.
Oh!
She meets up with Elrond, who's shaving a banana. And ask him why Sauron turns her on so much.
Sauron looked inside you, the lost king who could ride you to victory. You gave him everything he wanted and then thanked him for it. And now he has done the same to Gil-galad and to every elf in Lindon.
Elrond, refusing to play into Galadriel's fantasy, asks her to leave.
If our friendship ever meant anything to you, please leave.
This banana isn't going to shave itself, slut. After Elrond got tired of shaving his banana, he finds his friend Ed Harris, who is shaving too, with a seashell.
Master Círdan, I cannot trust these rings.
which is absolutely lore accurate and a badass way to shave. Elf Harris tells Elrond everyone needs to stop rolling their R's around here.
He's Sauron.
Lord Celebrimbor. Sauron.
Celebrimbor.
Sauron.
Sauron in Mordor.
Invade Mordor. Sauron may well have traveled to Mordor. Sauron, Celebrimbor.
Sauron. Region. Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor. Sauron.
Sauron. Sauron.
Celebrimbor. Sauron, Celebrimbor.
And that the sun cries tears of fire.
But a voice that could make the very sun weep tears of fire.
That's not how the sun works, unless the Rings of Power is in the Teletubbies universe. Which actually makes total sense. When talking about that slut Gladriel, Elf Harris tells Elrond,
Judge the work and leave judgment concerning those who wrought it to the judge who sees all things.
Which is some of the greatest non-repetitive dialogue you will ever hear. Elrond, not wanting to be a judgy judge judging the judge with his judgment, decides it's best to just hang out with Horadriel instead of watching this guy play with his fish.
But look at the power they exert over every form of life.
That he also boils for some reason.
You are wise to fear his power.
Meanwhile, Sauron does some Dark Lord shit by standing in one place for the entire episode.
Perhaps I'll just wait here.
That is the creepiest stuff I've ever seen. Tired of watching the dark art of waiting, Celebrimbor invites Sauron in.
Where are you going? There's no cause to stay where I'm not wanted. Wait.
They do the very Lord of the Rings thing and talk about crying.
Are you weeping?
No.
And if they're really friends or not.
Celebrimbor. Are you my friend?
Hell yeah. Sauron reveals he's not only Sauron, but Fireplace Jesus.
Feanor, but forevermore revere you, the Lord of the Rings.
He said it. He said the thing. Before the scene ends in any more blasphemy, he puts in a request for more rings, and we are left with the mystery box of if his request will be denied or not. Speaking of mystery boxes, the mystery of what is the purpose of these characters still exists. We figure out they're on a quest to find Gandalf's name, which is hidden under a rock somewhere out there. What a great mystery box indeed.
No one can give you a name, and when you hear it spoken, you feel your heart glow.
Gandalf.
You'll hear it one day. We'll find out who you are.
Gandalf. We already know he's Gandalf.
He's afraid he'd lose control again. Without a Gand.
Alf. Gandalf. After being told he's going to have to go through 3 more seasons with these chicks, Gandalf does the right thing and dies.
Oh, certainly not.
But the producers say, oh no, we paid $1 billion for you, and they save him.
Poppy's not breathing anymore. Going to be alright.
It is medical lore accurate that when someone is not breathing after passing out from dehydration, wetting their lips instantly brings them back to life.
Quick, Ghost, you're alive. For a moment there I thought we'd lost you.
We're none of us going to lose each other.
Now fully charged, Gandalf starts a tornado. That blows away his co-stars once and for all. Gandalf flees into hiding until Peter Jackson's subpar trilogy starts. Will the Rings of Power producers find him? I guess we'll find out next episode. This episode was the greatest television anyone has ever seen. If anyone's ever watched it. If you don't believe that, then...
You gave him everything he wanted and then thanked him for it.
Hey, do yourself a favor, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more of my award-winning personality to fix your day. Not that I care about it or anything, but I got you. I'm out of here.